Hey everyone, welcome to Coasting the Mediaverse. I'm Michael,
And I'm Brian.
and today's a very special episode for a multitude of reasons. First and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, first video episode
You
for
can
all you,
see us.
yeah, you can see us, all the audio listeners. You're not seeing us on video, see us on YouTube if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Video listeners, welcome in.
Hello.
But something more exciting, our first guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up?
What is going on?
I'm
Oh my God, this is so
Hannah, and I'm
exciting.
so excited to be the first guest on the pod.
Oh my
Hell
God,
yeah.
couldn't have it any other way. I love Hannah so much. Known Hannah for quite a while, maybe a little bit more than I've known Brian actually.
Definitely.
Someone we
We
can
go way back.
share a common ground with, someone that used to be here on the East Coast and has just moved to the West, coast to coast. Kind of crazy,
Coasting the Mediaverse, if you will.
if you
Oh,
Hey,
will.
hey.
had to drop it in there.
How are you liking it out there? How long have you guys been out there now?
We actually just met our 1 year anniversary at the beginning of this month.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Really?
we moved last March.
Yeah.
A hard decision, as you know, I love New York. I met both Brian and Michael at Hex, same place they met each
Mm-hmm.
other, so we go way
Shout
back.
out.
Um, and at first I didn't know if LA could ever compare to New York. And while it doesn't, like I think that's the common misconception, like you can't compare them. They're just so different.
Sure.
I love LA. It's a great spot. Although I was telling the guys earlier, it's really hot here, and I don't like that right now. Too hot for
Yeah.
March.
Yeah, but
That's so fair.
doesn't the heat kind of hug you in a way that in New York it doesn't?
Maybe when you are not a 100% Irish white woman, but it does not hug me, it sears me like a fried egg. So
Right.
I don't love that.
Michael loves talking about the LA weather.
And
Like
I do
it's
love
just this
fried
most
eggs.
It
magical
is
thing.
beautiful. Like it
It is
is. Like
really
I love the
beautiful.
Yeah.
sun, but then like I like 75 and sunny, 80 and sunny, but 95 and sunny is not fun.
That's so fair.
And I know
Um,
you had said you had some hot takes about our California, New York episodes. One, I'm gonna ask before I let you take the reign. Do
yeah.
you think when it's cold in California, it like in 60 or like 50 degrees, it's colder there than it is in New York in like 30?
Yes, which is something that I would clown on LA people before I moved here, but I do have to say there's actual like scientific reason behind this. There's two reasons. The first reason is that it's desert air.
Mm-hmm.
So like the I'm not a weatherman, so I can't explain to you why, but like the vastness of the airflow makes it feel colder when it's 65 here versus 65 in New York. The other reason is your body acclimates within 3 days of being in a new temperature, like a new climate. So, like, as soon as you spend a lot of time here, like, and you're used to it being 75 degrees, as soon as it gets 10 degrees colder, like, you feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your
Mm,
baseline.
Sure.
Whereas New York baseline is like 60. So
right.
you
Mm-hmm.
get accustomed to it. But I found myself pretty quickly wearing a little sweatshirt when it's like 68 degrees and sunny outside.
A little chilly.
And that see like 68 degrees here is where we just like are like, all right, cool. No,
Yeah, you're
no
like, it's the first
layers.
beautiful day. It's the first day of
Uh-huh.
spring. Everyone's sitting outside in Central Park. It's the best.
You mentioned that you had some hot takes with our California episode. First off, thank you for listening. That's awesome.
Of course, guys, I'm the
Um,
number one fan of the pod. And if you
I think
haven't
so.
listened to the New York and California episodes, they're really fun. You should definitely listen to them.
What
But
were some of your hot takes that like, we might have said?
Well, the one you guys just clicked this on your socials, but Brian talks about how Santa Monica are the cleanest beaches he's ever been to. And if you don't know Brian, Brian grew up in Long Island, New York, which
Oh, on
famously
Long Island.
has
Be careful with that.
sorry, but famously has some pretty beautiful beaches.
They
And
do.
I grew up on Cape Cod in Massachusetts, which undebatably has the cleanest beaches in the country. And Santa Monica to me is where you go if you like really want to take a dump on the beach.
So
which is
that's the thing. I was partially telling a joke there, or I was like making a joke of it. But I think I was talking about more so the beach like a mile or two down from Santa Monica Pier because I remember that I wanted to touch the Pacific Ocean, and one guy that was like there was just like, "Don't go anywhere near the water underneath the pier." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah, don't.
okay."
Definitely don't. Well, it's like going, you don't want to go in the Hudson River, but it looks
Yeah.
beautiful from afar. Looks like a nice river. But then if you go upstream, like you're going to central New York, you're like suddenly this is a beautiful river, you
Yeah.
know? Because I will say, well, and here's the thing about LA. I moved to LA right after like those major fires that just happened last year. So
Sure.
ever
Yeah.
since then, the water and the beaches have been super toxic. So like you can't really
Oh,
go to certain areas because of just the like ash and stuff that came down, but
sure.
which is a bummer. It's sad having that
I mean,
happen.
Thousand
Yeah.
Step Beach. I'm not sure if you've been, Hannah and Brian. I know you haven't. It's probably one of my favorite beaches in California, so that's a
Where's
go-to.
that?
No idea. I just know I've been there. California geography, not my thing. I just
That's such
love
a
the weather.
classic you answer right
Yeah, me.
there.
I don't know. I just
I've been
Classic
there. Don't
Michael,
know
just
where it
saying
is.
things, has no
Have you been
context to back
here?
it up.
No idea.
No idea.
No idea. Tie my eyes on back. I have no idea. Anything else that stood out in California, New York?
I can't remember exactly specifics, but I just remember listening to it. And for one, I loved hearing like Brian having visited as like really getting like the tourist experience of LA, like going to all of the hot spots and having that still like zest for like the Hollywood of it all was like
Yeah.
so fun to listen to because I feel like I never I never really came to LA to like visit like the Walk of Fame and like all of that stuff before I moved here. I had been here before, but with friends who had already lived here. So I like never really got to experience that like Hollywood vibe. And it was just like really funny now being because also common misconception, Michael Brind is not from Los Angeles. And
Not from Los
I need that
Angeles.
to be on record
Exposed.
because I texted him this when I was listening it, and he told me that he says in the episode that he's not actually from LA, and that's a lie. No, he does not.
I'm pretty sure I did, and I
No, he
feel
does
like
not.
I've told this to Brian all the time, and I made it a very big point. But if I miss on the podcast, I want a little bit of LA glory. I love
You're
LA,
allowed to have it. You're allowed to have LA glory.
but
It's the same way in the New York
yeah,
episode where I was like, yeah, I'm basically from the city, and any person from the city would beat me up for saying
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
There's
totally.
actually a funny time I was in an Uber coming in New York and I was switching. It was like one of the ones that someone's coming out and you're going right in. And they were talking about somehow we had both talked about how we were from California. And they're like, "What part?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm from LA." And they're like, "Oh, where?" And I was like, "Oh, actually, I'm not from LA. I'm
You're like
from
caught. I'm actually from Palm
Penny. I
Springs.
just when I say Inland Empire, people don't know." And she was like, "Huh, got you. That's embarrassing." And just kept walking and had her day. And I was like, "Yep, that's so fair. That's what I knew was coming."
Oh
Wait, I
man.
actually just remembered one of my big ones. Michael Brind claims that an In-N-Out burger is not a smash burger.
It's not. It's
Okay.
not. We're not even
No, so
having
it
this
is.
debate. It's
So if you
not.
go
It's
to an
so
In-N-Out
not.
It is.
and
It
you
is
look at them
not a
making a
smash.
burger,
Oh
they
my
famously
goodness.
smash the burger
It's not a
on
smash
the
burger.
griddle to give
It's
it
not a smash.
its shape,
It's,
That's
its
how it gets the crisp,
thinness.
like that, like,
it's not a
yeah.
smash burger. It's not a smash burger.
What's
Not
your
whatsoever.
problem with the smash burger? Like, why can't it
I
be a
have
smash
no
Like,
burger?
problems with it being a smash burger, but In-N-Out is so good it doesn't qualify to just be a smash burger. It
but
is
that's
a
it's a
I think
category of smash burger. Like, it's a really
category.
good smash burger, but it's a smash burger.
It's a
I'm gonna
smash
use my
burger.
one free moving on episode of this. We're gonna move
That's
on.
crazy.
Table it. We'll table that.
But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about the recap for the Oscars, 2026. And then we're gonna be talking a little bit about, Hannah's job, the things that you do out in LA, associated with the Oscars. But first, to get everybody acquainted with you, we're gonna be asking a couple of questions. Just yeah, we're gonna be asking people from now on, like our guests. And you ready for that?
I love it. I love answering questions about myself.
Sounds good.
We love to hear them.
Um, so yeah, first off, what's your favorite movie?
I knew this was going to be question number one, you guys. And I've been
Of
thinking about
course.
this.
Of course.
So, my favorite movie is The Princess Bride.
Uh,
Okay. My favorite movie is The
yeah,
Princess
let's
Bride.
go. I
And
love
I know
that.
that Brian feels the same way. There is a caveat to that in which my heart tells me that my favorite movie is Ponyo.
I knew it.
Fair.
Okay.
I
But when
knew
I
it.
tell people that, they don't take it seriously.
What's wrong with that? I love
Just know
that.
Ponyo's loved here. It was on my Hannah bingo card of today.
That's
Yeah.
so fair.
Hannah bringing up Ponyo is on the bingo card for sure. It's a beautiful movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
Big time. Okay. If you could only watch one TV show the rest of your life, what would you watch?
Oh my God, that's evil question. Um,
Evil, evil boy.
it would probably be Dairy Girls. I could rewatch that show 1,000 times and it would never not be funny.
Okay, where could you watch that?
I believe Dairy Girls is still streaming on Netflix, but if you
Mm,
haven't seen it, it's a ensemble comedy set in Northern Ireland in Derry. And it's set around like a group of teenage girls, and it's hilarious and amazing and just three quick and short seasons.
I love
Nice.
it. Cool. Okay, going into now our favorite games. This can be video games, board games, whatever you come to mind when you think of games.
Oh my gosh, that's also a hard question because as the viewers will know, we all met at a board game cafe, so we be
So
gaming.
true.
We be gaming.
Um, well, my favorite video game is The Sims.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, Sims, it's underrated. I don't care if you think it's overrated, it's an underrated game. That's
No,
like one of the
yeah.
best games ever
Oh yeah,
made.
yeah. Shout out my Halloween costume.
Were you a
Yeah,
Sim for
he
Halloween?
was.
I was a multitude of things. So I had a sim headband one of my old coworkers made me, so it would mesh well with my either I was Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, not actually play the character, but him on cast. And also another day I was the Chosen with Brian.
Oh, I
Hmm.
love
We
that.
have a
That's
good picture of
hilarious.
that. Um, I love that. Sims is a great game. Absolute classic. Any specific Sims or just the Sims in general?
I would say The Sims in general, but I'm the most familiar with Sims 4,
Okay.
classic
I
Classic.
love
open
it.
world. Yeah.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh my God. Favorite. So for the viewers that don't know, my family owns an ice cream store. So ice cream is my favorite food of all
I didn't
time. I
even
don't
know
even know if
that.
Brian knew
Whoa.
that.
I didn't.
So
That's
that's a
amazing.
deeply
I didn't tell
personal
Brian
question to
for you.
me. Michael knew this. That's a deeply
Yeah.
personal question to me. My favorite ice cream flavor is specifically my mother's chocolate peanut butter ice cream.
Okay. I
It's
love that.
Amazing.
so good. It's with crushed, like full-sized Reese's cups.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's the
Oh.
way to do it.
Did you have a Friendlies growing up where you were in Massachusetts?
Oh yeah, kidding me? Of
And so
course.
because you had an ice cream shop, like I'm sure like Friendly's ice cream wasn't your go-to, but the Hunka Chunka PB Fudge is my favorite ice cream. So I
Hunka
feel
Chunka
that.
PB Fudge. Remember and then, the classic Monster Sundae
Oh
on the
yeah.
kids menu.
I worked at a
Classic.
Friendly's for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh my God, I love that. Rip Friendlies.
I
Rest
know,
in
for
peace to an
real.
iconic franchise.
They were
Never had
amazing.
it. Never had it.
But I
I
know,
think
it's
that's an
absolutely
East Coast
tragic.
thing.
It
Mm.
is. East,
Yeah.
like even like New England, like I don't even think they go
Yeah,
that far down.
I think you're right.
But on the topic of ice cream, would you rather have ice cream in the winter or hot coffee in the summer?
Ice cream in the winter. I eat ice
Okay.
cream all year round.
I
I had
figure I
ice
was gonna
cream
say I
earlier
figure
today.
I love that.
Me too.
I'm
Me
sure
too.
in LA it's a lot easier.
Totally. Yeah. It's always ice cream weather.
Okay, now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. What does art mean to you?
Oh, what does art mean to me? I think art to me is just the ultimate way to express yourself when you don't have the words to capture your feelings.
I love that.
Beautiful.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Um, Going into that, if money wasn't a problem, what would you create right now?
I would probably, well, it's
I'd say
funny that you
time and
asked
money.
that because I think not long from now, I would have said I would create my own TV show.
Mm,
But now I feel like I would create a production company that makes other people's shows. Like I've found that I'm more passionate about helping other people's passionate ideas get made than like actually making my own.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I would fund people's projects
Hell
with my
yeah.
unlimited money.
I was gonna say that's pretty great. It's a good power to have if you have money.
Totally.
Um, what show would you bring back that was either canceled or just never got to finish?
Oh, Locked and Loaded, Freaks and Geeks.
Yes,
If you've never seen
absolutely
Freaks and
yes.
Geeks, that show, they made a documentary about how unjustly canceled that show was. It only got, I want to say, it was only one
I think it was
season,
just one season, yeah.
but they had a second season ready to film, and I can't remember exactly why, but it ended up getting cut. I think it was just like when like networks were starting to merge together and it just like, budget, whatever.
Hmm.
But that show was so good. and it lifted some of like the most iconic names that we have in comedy now. Like it was
Yeah.
so good.
I think it's amazing how much of like an influence Seth Rogen is in Hollywood now.
I mean,
Like he
Oh
the
produces
whole
yeah.
cast.
everything.
James
Yeah.
Franco, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, obviously Judd Apatow, like Linda Cardellini, like Busy Phillips. Shout out to
Yeah.
Busy Phillips. She's not getting enough love out there, but yeah, that show is rocks.
Yeah. Oh man. Great answer.
Wild, I've never seen the show, but
You should. It's
I've
You'd
seen
love
streaming.
it
it.
replicated so much on like in like different shows, or I see it clipped all the time. I thought it was like at least a 5 season show.
No, it had one season. That
Wow.
show, I feel, actually, this is an essay I wrote in film school, that I think it really paved the way for like the ensemble high school show that we know now.
Dang.
Like it was
Definitely.
the
I
first
see
like
that.
comedy, like single cam format. Like before that, it was all like Saved by the Bell, like sitcom, but and it was like a comedy, like a sitcom kind of, but it was different.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Quick one. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, obviously they're real. If you don't believe
Have
in
they
aliens,
come
get your head out
have
of
they
your ass.
come to Earth?
Yeah, they're walking around on Earth right now.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I heard
I
1 in 3 people are aliens.
I agree.
Cool. And then lastly, if you could have dinner with any famous person, living or dead, who would it be?
Stevie Nicks.
That's a great answer.
Stevie
What would you
Nicks.
talk to Stevie Nicks about, or what would you ask her?
Witchcraft.
Nice.
Witchcraft and
Hell
living
yeah.
in California in the 70s.
Hell yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Does seem
Love
like a
that.
good time,
I bet she has the craziest stories ever.
for sure. Great answer. Well, thank you for playing that little section.
I
That
love
was a
that.
lot
That
of
was so
fun.
fun.
I hope everybody learned a little bit more about you. But I think we're ready to get in with the show. Start talking
Woohoo.
about the things.
Let's get into it.
Michael, do you want to lead us off?
Yeah, I mean, definitely great answers. I'm so happy we got to have a little introduction to Hannah, and now we got to talk to Hannah about what Hannah does for a living. Kind of a
Hmm.
reason why we have not only Hannah here because she's one of my favorite people, and also one of the best people alive to be on this podcast, as
You
we
stop.
all yap. So you know me, and you know how to
You're
yap so
boosting
well.
my ego too
Throw
much.
Brian in the mix, we're gonna be talking forever, staying for a long episode.
This might be a 5-hour
It
Might
might
podcast.
be
be.
five
It
hours,
might
and
be.
honestly, amazing. But Hannah, you booked. You've been doing things. You've been doing crazy things for a
Booked
while
and
now.
busy.
Talk
Booked and
about that.
busy. So I am an event manager for an agency that produces mostly film and television premieres and red carpets, but also during award season, we do awards parties. So it's been Oscars week here in LA. It's been an absolute nightmare. The traffic in Hollywood, you wouldn't believe it. But this year I worked on two Oscars parties as well as like three parties for WB's films throughout the years. We did their Golden Globes party. We did their Sinners for Your Consideration party. And if you don't know,
Nice.
Warner Brothers is the company that this year had one battle after another, Weapons and Sinners. So they were heavy
Big.
hitters in award season this year. And then we also did the Focus Features Oscars party and the premiere of Hamnet. So I have been around the Oscars buzz since like the beginning of I started with my company in October and we were already like deep in it. So
That's
it's been a
awesome.
crazy ride of seeing all of these movies like get boosted through, the Academy and all of these things and finally come to fruition this past weekend.
I was gonna say busy weekend or busy week, I'm sure.
Yeah, very busy week. Very busy week. Long, long hours, long days. Because my company, we set the parties, we like do all that kind of stuff, and we create like our press walls and carpets and custom stuff and like all of the things that help celebrate all the people who worked really hard on these films.
That's incredible. Do you think because you have this job now, in one of your questions, you said you wanted to maybe do your own TV show and now you want to produce. Do you think working at this job has, like created that reason? Like, or do you think, like, do you think it influenced that?
I think so. I think it's twofold because part of the reason is just because I've been surrounded by so many people who have like such great ideas and like right now the industry is really hard not only to break into, but like even if you've made great progress in your career, like to keep going, like the momentum just really died after COVID, but then especially after, like the writer's strike, the producer guild strike, like all of the like SAG, like all of the things that changed in the industry, like the AI coming in, all of these networks merging together, and just it's made it really hard to make meaningful projects.
For sure.
And I just see people's work like getting killed for no reason when like there are so many amazing fresh new stories that should be being told instead of remaking, the 47th Fast and the Furious movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Not hate it. I mean, great franchise, but like, do
Yeah.
we need
Yeah,
another? Do
yeah,
we
yeah.
need
We
another
live
one?
in the age of reboots and remakes and,
Yeah.
you know,
Which is
Yeah.
even crazy because reboots can't, really survive anymore either. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Shadow, I was excited for that, like to continue. It wasn't even a reboot. It was continuing the story, and it got cut because one person didn't want to do it. They didn't think it was interesting.
wow.
It's
Yeah.
like going through so much and having this renown and just like getting cut just like that. Like if it's that easy, like what can make it?
Yeah.
And
Networks
it,
just don't see it. They see it as just like money. They see it as like, oh, people already love Buffy, so like they'll watch a new one, even if that doesn't end up being true. It's just more worth the gamble to them, I guess.
yeah. Like, did anything happen to that Powerpuff Girls live action? I remember they
Oh
were doing
yeah.
something like
Oh,
years ago
I
because they were
think,
like, everyone loves Powerpuff Girls.
yeah,
Where'd it
no,
Yeah,
I
they're
go?
think that
making a
got
live
cut.
action out of everything too now.
Yeah,
That's also so much.
And some of them are good. Like I know people love the One Piece live action, right? Like that really like hit its stride and took off, but then like now they're making like a live action Moana and I'm like, do we need that? Like
Yeah,
right.
did we
especially
need
because
her
it
to be
came
a
out in
Cupid?
2016. Like, we're
Yeah,
only
it's
10
so
years out.
recent.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
But
just put out like a third Moana movie like last year
oh
and now we're
yeah,
doing
there was
already
a
another
second
one.
one.
tough.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's
With like the
crazy.
One Piece live action, it makes sense since this is like an anime that's been going out since like I was born and it's like still making new episodes to this day. So they're
Hmm.
trying to hit a new media, a new group of people who are watching. And a lot of people nowadays don't always give anime the chance. We're seeing a bigger hit in the industry, but even then, like the live action is doing well and fans and new fans are liking it. But Moana, like you said, it's so recent. Like we didn't need that.
No, we
It's
didn't
just,
need that. And it's just
yeah,
like, and it's not gonna do good. Like, I don't know who's gonna see it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I guess
kids and their
kids.
parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kids and their parents will see it.
fair.
That's why I was really happy that Sinners did as well as it did because it was so original that like,
Yeah.
it actually sparked hopefully that innovation to like create new things. I think that'd be pretty great.
Yeah, and I think that seeing a filmmaker like Ryan Coogler succeed, and Ryan Coogler's debut, I believe it was his debut film, was Fruitvale Station with Michael B.
Yes.
Jordan, and that film did really well in its time as like his kickoff, and then obviously he did Black Panther, and so he's had a very successful career already. But I think the way that Sinners has I can't say that word, has created a trajectory that now people actually know Ryan Coogler's name in the likes of names, Paul Thomas Anderson, instead of just like, oh, that's who directed Black Panther. Like, up
Right.
Yeah.
already is creating a space to uplift voices for people who have original ideas and like want to take a risk on it. And I think will hopefully make studios want to take more risks on those kind of people.
Yeah. And I always say someone really has like made it to like A-list status if my parents know who they are.
Yeah,
And when I
same.
was talking about the Oscar movies, my mom was like, "Yeah, and that director who made Sinners did Black Panther," and I'm like, "You know that?
You
That's
know
great."
that.
The
Yeah,
webs are
yeah,
connecting.
And
yeah.
that was so cool. And they really liked Michael B. Jordan too. They were like, "And he was in it too." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and
Um,
I think, not to jump straight into the Oscars, but
I'm ready for it.
you know, in my opinion, I think he should have won Best Director or maybe even Best Picture. Okay,
Mm,
controversial as it is.
hmm.
However, I'm glad that he took screenplay home
Yeah.
because at least that's like what we were talking about, like showing that you can write original stories and that they can be really meaningful and have a huge impact on pop culture, even, if it's not deemed the best movie of the year by the Academy.
Yeah. It
And I
was a
mean,
tight race
yeah,
between them.
it
And
was
that's what I
tough.
really thought was cool.
There was a lot
I
of
was
conversations.
I was, to be honest, shocked. I was shocked that it didn't win.
Hmm.
Not because I don't think One Battle After Another deserved it, because, it was a great movie and Paul Thomas Anderson is an iconic director, but we've seen like a pattern in the last few years of the crowd favorite taking the award home versus the critics favorite.
Hmm.
And so, especially because Sinners was so talked about this year, I thought for sure it was going to be the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. Because let's see, Paul Thomas Anderson, or One Battle After Another had Paul Thomas Anderson as the best director,
Hmm.
Sean Penn as
Best
best
supporting actor.
supporting. Did it also win editing?
Oh,
No,
that's a
didn't
good
film editing go to
question.
F1?
It possibly there was something where like both of them were winning like a lot of awards
No, I
side
went
by
to one battle.
side.
Yeah, one battle.
And so I was like, because then on the other side, Sinners had best original screenplay, it had best actor, um,
Cinematographer, shout out,
best
first
cinematographer. Like it
female
had all of these
cinematographer.
things. Seriously, that, you know, I had all these things going for it where either one was getting close. So I think nobody was really certain what was going to win going into that. Um, and yeah, how do you guys feel about Best Picture being one battle after another?
Like, didn't happen
Didn't
for me.
happen. Is that what you said?
Sinners.
You're erasing
Yeah,
it from
yeah,
your
yeah.
mind?
Erasing it, erasing it. No, and that's the thing. Like, I think when me and Brian were talking about it, I personally, and I know Brian agrees, wanted Hamnet to be in this conversation because I think it was
At least a
just
little bit.
so done so wonderful in a lot of categories. I feel like it should have even been a little bit closer than it was and wasn't. But it's kind of like you guys are talking about. I think one battle after another was great for many reasons to me, and it hit a couple of marks that I think are really important in the now day of age we're living. However, the after effects are different than what I'm watching in the screen. And Sinners for me is something that I would have grown up watching, loving it, and no one would have been talking about it back in the day, right? Something that not only met a community, but a genre that's just both needing more attention and more support and care. And to see it on the big screen and to see it done by someone who really cares and by actors who are so passionate, like, that's so deserving for me.
I
Yeah.
also felt like, unfortunately, with the Oscars, the people who get to vote for it are, experts in the field, in the craft, but it lacks consideration for cultural impact, which I think is really important in like a general conversation because, at a baseline, like the Oscars is not an accessible, place. Like they're not, someone from,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm getting away from my microphone. Um, you know, people who I doubt people are like ubiquitously watching it like they are in LA and New York and like, the major cities in like the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, which is like unfortunate because those are still places where like movies and TV are super impactful. And I
Yeah.
guarantee
Mhm.
you like plenty of people watch Sinners and like it's a more thought-provoking movie for a lot of people. It's a more um, relatable movie for a lot of people. And it has kind of I think they both have really strong and important like political messages, socioeconomic
Sure.
messages. But I felt like Sinners did it in a much more artistic and beautiful way than One Battle did.
I agree. And not to get too much into this, but I also think it was more authentic in that. I think its political messaging was way more authentic. I mean,
Yeah.
especially with everything outside of one battle after another. I don't think I mean, granted, they made the movie, but I don't know. Paul Thomas Anderson isn't really an outspoken person when it comes to politics. And you're going to
No,
make a movie like one battle after another, and you're not going to say what's
100%.
going on in this world? Like, I don't know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's what one of my big things when we were talking on the episode. I was trying to have the discussion of the movie and the Oscars separately because I was giving the chance for that. But afterwards, like, okay, so one battle and after you make a movie that's again going through what we're dealing with now, and you don't talk about it when you're winning awards, and you just kind of took the praise for it, even though you're
Yeah.
a good director, that doesn't mean you can just make something and really take from this culture that's struggling now and just move on and say, I made the movie, I did it. Versus Sinners is still actively having the conversation that they are still talking about the struggles and what they're dealing with, whether in movie or now, and making that during their speeches because it is important and it is a part of it. And that's why you were saying, Hannah, it's really authentic because it is.
Hmm.
Versus One Battle Off None not really feeling that way.
And to speak to what you were saying, Brian, about like the filmmaker, um, Brian Coogler, I think this was publicly, maybe this was like just industry information, but he held off from joining the Academy for a long time, like
I did hear
after,
about that.
yeah, he started to become like a name in the industry. Um, I want to say he's still not in it, or like if he is, like very recently, because like, and they were pressuring him like to join it, like the Academy was,
Hmm.
um, because he stood up against like, a lot of black actors and filmmakers and produced like all, in Hollywood, um, stood up against the Academy when it was, just completely whitewashed. And like they did
Yeah.
like that public stance against it where like I don't think he went to any of the award shows in the last few years. And, it was leading up to like this celebration of this film that like celebrates, Black Americans just to get to the end, like them literally begging him to like be a part of this conversation and then to still give it to the white movie was
Yeah.
crazy. I thought that was
Yeah.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
very interesting. Not, and obviously like that's a complicated thing to say obviously as a white
No,
woman, but
yeah.
like not that he should have gotten it because he's a celebrated black filmmaker. Like the movie deserved it, but it was just
Yeah.
like ironic and it just kind of like is kind of like he's like, well,
Sure, where's the
you proved
pressure
my
really
point.
coming from?
Exactly.
Do you just want me to be a face on a camera, but you don't really
Yeah,
recognize it because you know the people that want to see me on camera are gonna watch the Oscars now that you're here versus the
right.
winner before, which is a very stupid mindset. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Also, I feel like I heard something from not the Academy itself, but maybe even a reviewer talking about post Oscars, where they were like, "Oh, Ryan Coogler still needs to earn his stripes in order to win these things," and
Mhm.
it's like make a couple more movies because he made the Creed movies and then the Black Panther movies, and like Sinners was his first one that was like, big global box office success and like, critically
Well, Black
acclaimed.
Panther, but just nobody knew it was
I
him at the
mean,
time
exactly.
or
But they're
care
but they're
to look it up.
like but they're like, great, now make a couple more of those and then you can be in the conversation of, oh, you rightfully deserve that piece. And it's like, I don't
So
think the
dumb. Yeah.
awards should go to it should go to the best director or the
What
best picture. Like, I
for
don't think
sure.
people need to I feel like if an indie project comes out tomorrow and it's the best movie that people have seen in all year, it should win. I don't think people need
Yeah.
to necessarily like earn their stripes. Like, Paul Thomas Anderson has Oscars. He'll be
This
fine
was actually his first Oscar for best director.
for best
And it might
director.
have been his, was it? No, I don't think it was his first
Well, a
best
lot of it, I think, is
picture.
his
Because
first Oscar for sure, because a lot of movies are like it was deserved, but he didn't get it. But again, a part of that conversation is like, I agree. I don't think just because you have your stripes or whatever, it's so dumb that you deserve an Oscar eventually. If you were snubbed an Oscar during a time you should have got it, that does suck. But now you're taking it and snubbing someone else who did deserve it, right? So you're a
yeah,
part of the cycle of taking from someone who deserves more. So I don't think that if a director or an actor was deserving of it 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, should not get it when the newcomer deserved it right then and there. That's just how
yeah.
it is, and just kind of dumb to complain about.
Does
Yeah.
it feel like the same energy like when Leo finally won the Oscar for Revenant, even though people were begging him to win Oscars for like every year prior?
Yeah.
And
And then
then,
it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not like I don't like I was about to say I don't care about Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean like I don't like, but it's not that I don't think he's like a great actor. Like obviously
yeah,
I think he is, I
yeah.
respect his place in the zeitgeist, but like I don't think his performance in One Battle was like anything revolutionary.
No,
Like obviously he didn't win it because it was like
he was
he just
fun.
played he was
He was
fine.
fine.
He
Yeah,
played the character, it was fine. Um I'm glad Michael B. Jordan won for that because I mean the man played two characters.
for sure.
My friend made a joke
Exactly.
the other
Yeah.
day that he should have got nominated twice. He should have nominated for both
I've seen
characters.
that too. Yeah.
And it's one thing to
But
play a
yeah.
twin and like you're playing a twin, but another to play two separate twins who are completely different people and have different mannerisms, whether in vocal or physical. And it's just like, yeah, dude is playing two characters.
And the
Yeah.
way they had to shoot those scenes like 4 times just to get the face, the body of each one, and like yeah, it was so technical, and the twins were so different. It just yeah, he earned
For
it.
sure.
I would also love to talk about, not to like sway the conversation away from the two hot movies of the year.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Um, Marty Supreme, Timothy
I was just
Chalamet.
about to say, getting into the best actor award, Marty Supreme winning nothing.
Winning zero.
I
That's
would like to know what
crazy.
you guys feel about that, and then I'll say how I feel about that.
Michael, do you want to start?
Yeah, so I think this is the thing. I watched Marty Supreme. It was my first movie of the year, and I was like, this is phenomenal. I did really like it, and I still do enjoy it. I just think watching other movies that had a lot of more new and unique takes to storytelling and a lot of different things that really connect to me and resonate with me, I eventually started to lower it down on my scale. I still think it was great, and I know that there's a lot of the funny conversations with Timothy Chalamet, and we didn't even give the White Boy of the Year award. So it's like obviously right now
We
he's kind of
didn't.
getting a lot of flack, and I think and I'll say the hot take right now. I think he's not deserving a lot of the slack that he's getting. I think he did do a wonderful performance, and I really did like Marty Supreme's casting. I thought everyone was a really good representation of their character, and they put their own twist into changing it to be completely, not completely different or completely authentic, but like their version of it while also staying true to who they are. I thought that was great. I thought it was good put together. I just think there were other better things to win awards, which is why it did not. What about you, Brian?
I think what you said was accurate. It was a really great movie when I saw it. It's just because I caught up to Sinners late. I watched Sinners maybe 2 weeks ago before the Oscars.
That's crazy.
And then I
That's
also
crazy.
watched Hamnet like 2 days after that. So when I saw Marty Supreme all the nominations, I was like, yeah, I could see it winning. And I've heard that Michael B. Jordan was the contender next to Timothy Chalamet. And then I saw Sinners, and I quickly was like, no, I need Michael B. Jordan to win. Um, and then it just kind of fell out from there. Like, I would put Marty Supreme above One Battle, in my opinion. In my current, like, if I had to pick, it would probably be Sinners, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle after another. Um, but I knew it wasn't based on the rest of the awards this season. I knew it was between the two. And Marty Supreme, like Michael said, the casting was amazing. Did it win the casting award?
No.
I don't think it
Oh my God,
won
I
No,
any.
literally just
it
said
won zero.
it
It
won
won
It
zero.
zero. I
won zero
literally knew
awards.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I mean it could have won for casting. That was probably the only one I would have given it. Um, we do have some friends that was on the editing team for Marty Supreme, and we were kind of rooting for them. But outside of that, Marty Supreme not winning anything, a bit of a shock, but not too shocking.
Now Hannah.
I'm so sorry to Brian's friends, but I hated that movie.
Hey, speak your
That's
I did
truth.
not
fair.
like that movie.
That's
I
fair.
found it to be like incoherent, and I found Timothy Chalamet to be fine at best. That being said, I actually like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
I think, people have been hating on him because he said that clown statement about, hating on ballet and opera or whatever. Because,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's a white man from Manhattan. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it
Yeah.
is. He just says he only cares about the Knicks. But I actually think that he's a great actor, and I think that he does have like decent range. Some people
Yeah.
don't feel that way. I mean, the man played Wonka and then turns around and play. I mean, I love Call Me by Your Name, like his debut film. Like I
Sure.
love that
Yeah.
movie. I think that's a great role that he played. But I did not like that movie. It didn't sit right with me. I honestly can't put my finger on it, but I think I wanted it to feel like when I watched Uncut Gems for the first time. Like I really
Mm,
liked that movie, and I thought that was
sure.
like a great, like the Safdie brothers, like they do that like tight like suspense and, like heart racing like really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just felt like this time when they did it, it was like jagged. Like it just didn't
Fair.
feel like I was it didn't feel like it fully made sense. Like sometimes when I watch a movie like that, I'm just like, it just felt like you filmed a bunch of scenes that you wanted to film, but like didn't actually think about how this like overall tells a story. Like obviously it had a through line and had a point and like he had a like a beginning, middle, end goal, but it just like I'm not surprised it didn't win anything. I think the only reason I got nominated is because of Safdie brothers and because it's Timothy Chalamet and they had a really great marketing campaign and
They
it's
had a
It was a
A24.
huge
huge
marketing
marketing
campaign.
Yeah,
campaign.
so that's my thoughts on that movie.
That's
I didn't
fair.
think it was gonna
Yeah.
win. That was the last movie I watched of award
Oh
season. I watched
yeah.
that on Saturday before the
Nice.
awards.
Right before.
I sat on that one for a while. I
Yeah.
don't maybe
Fair.
my like my third eye knew I was gonna like it.
Yeah. The comparison you made to Uncut Gems, the first act, I think, was doing that pretty well, but then, yeah, it kind of dropped that ball closer to the halfway point for me.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting for it to ramp up towards the end, and it just didn't have that in the way that Uncut Gems did.
Hmm.
Uncut
Do you?
Gems is like notorious for having that
Mm-hmm.
ramp
Yeah, they
up.
do it so well. They do it so
Yeah,
well in that. And I'm a champion for movies are too long. Like I really feel like they need like movies do not all need to be over 2 hours and 30 minutes. They really don't. Like we can
yeah,
tighten it up a little bit. And I think that movie suffered from that. I think there are a
sure.
lot of really fantastic movies that become bad because they're too long.
Yeah,
When did we stop doing director's cuts? Like you can do a long director's cut. Like that doesn't need to be the theatrical release.
yeah. It's because streaming and everything, because director cuts used to be in like box sets,
Well,
right?
yeah, now you're not getting Blu-rays, and no one's really buying the physical media anymore, so no one's really gonna watch a director's cut
But they still
anymore.
do that on
Yeah,
streaming. Like you can watch you like Lord of the Rings, for example. You can watch the extended
sure.
editions and you can watch the regular ones
But
both on
that's like
HBO.
Lord of the Rings. Like, I don't think Marty Supreme would have ever done a director's cut eventually, unless the
But I'm just
streaming
saying
or
you
the
could.
company that buys it. You
They
could,
You
definitely
could
could have.
release it
you
that way
Because
could
if
if
I'm
you
you
thinking
wanted
of
wanted
the
to.
to.
middle, I'm thinking of the middle act where they go back for the dog and everything, and I'm like, if you cut that out, that would be a little better. Like
Yeah,
it would just,
we didn't need going back for
yeah,
the dog twice. We didn't.
yeah,
It would have been effective if you just left in the last part with like when the old guy like,
When they
we
had the
didn't need that
shooting,
middle
yeah,
part
yeah.
of just them.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And for
agree.
the ending, do you dislike that Marty didn't have like a crude ending, almost like Uncut Gems? Are you unhappy with that?
Or how do you interpret the
No.
ending?
Um, what do you mean? I felt like I don't know. I think I like that he didn't succeed. And like he does succeed, but he doesn't at the same time.
Sure.
I think it makes sense for the character. I almost think that if everything had turned out perfectly, like it wouldn't have
What
made
about when
sense.
he sees his baby? Do you think he's crying for happiness, sadness? Like what do you think that is? Because Michael and I differ with that.
Oh, that's a great question. I don't think I sat with that. I think in like my immediate reaction when I watched it was that he was crying out of like relief in a sense of like
Mm.
whether or not he's happy or sad that this is his child. I think it was just kind of like representing his like he finally had a moment to slow down and realize that this journey he's been trying to accomplish for so long like is over.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean that's more similar to what I thought. I figured it was like a relief moment. I did lean a little bit more into like him realizing now I have this new thing to focus on because
Yeah.
boy, he has ADHD. He needs something to focus on to really live life.
Yeah.
But it was almost like a relief of like, okay, I did the thing I set myself to for so long. Now that that's over, what's next? This is next.
Yeah,
And
I think I
personally,
aligned
I
with
don't
that.
think he earned that. I think like all the bad things he did and the baby's mother's is it Rachel is her name?
Rachel.
Um, the way he doesn't call the baby his until after he comes back from Japan, I don't think he earns the ending that he got. And you can say like, oh, he's about to be arrested for like a handful of things, like in 10 minutes after the movie ends.
Hmm.
But maybe show that, maybe like I don't know, like, hindsight's 2020, but maybe he's about to see the baby and then he gets hauled off to jail. Like,
You think
I
he
don't
should have been
know.
punished at the end?
I think so. I don't think like it to me because the way was it Josh Safdie who did this movie or was it
Yeah, I
uh
think Josh.
Yeah.
so the way he was talking about the film is that he compared it to his own relationship with his family when he was making Uncut Gems while also having children, and how he returned after this big journey that he really like his dream that he set out to do, and then he came back and he missed part of his children's life, and he was like, wow, I can now, like, I've missed so much of it and I feel so bad, but now I'm here. I don't think Marty Supreme earns that. I don't think Marty Mauser earns that.
I actually think that's really interesting because I don't know if what the three of us are saying necessarily is mutually exclusive. Like,
Sure.
because first of all, if I think that's more real if he doesn't get punished. I mean, think about how
Mhm.
many terrible parents there are who
I
like
mean,
are,
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
whatever. And like how many, I mean, Josh Safdie, like he just gets to go home and just like be dad. And like,
Yeah.
I think well, there's a lot of films from like a mother's perspective of like no matter how much you do for your kids, like you're not necessarily the hero until they're old enough to realize all you've done for them in the moment.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that might be why they left it open-ended because like we don't know what's happening right after that. We don't know if Rachel lets him, stay in the baby's life. We don't know
Yeah.
if that baby actually ends up being hit. Like I don't think they
Yeah.
dive into that enough, but I think that's why it's interesting to say like maybe he was sad crying of like I don't deserve this or I don't, whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
it's his moment of realization of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I personally don't need to know more. Like, I'm happy with the end cut and going, okay, let me decide what is the ending to it. I kind of typically like movies like that. So it's an interesting conversation to have. And for that, again, I do find that interesting that it's one of the things you're left wondering afterwards and you're left discussing and you can have different conversations, change your mind and keep going back. Would solving the ending give us some kind of concrete done? Sure. I don't really want it. I like it like that.
It's one of those things that because I saw that it was getting a lot of flack online because a lot of people saw it as a film that was enabling people to act, especially like young white boys to act similar to how he did and like how their actions don't have consequences. And so while I do agree that not all movies need to explain their endings full out, I was like after watching it, I was like eh, he needs a little like Marty Mauser could have some consequences as a treat.
I love that you brought this up, Brian, because I think that that is something that, as the female perspective in this conversation, like men don't need to be enabled to act that way. They do. I mean, Josh Safdie did. Like he
Yeah,
wrote a movie about the experience he did. Like, so I think for me, when I watch a man like that, I'm like, well, yeah. Like he's a deadbeat
sure.
dad, like who
Sure.
his priority wasn't his family. Like that's
Yeah.
just kind of par for the course. Like white boys have the audacity. So
Okay.
that's interesting. I mean, I'm glad that's a conversation that's happening. I hadn't seen that. So
Sure,
that's
yeah. It
really
was when it
interesting.
was like first coming out, like the first couple days. And I was like, all right, let me formulate my own opinion on it. But, I mean, I guess like if it has that sense of realism to it and it makes that like that much like a little better, then
That
hey, I
could very
mean,
well be the reason I didn't like it. Because what I
sure.
saw is a man I wouldn't let father my child.
Yeah.
Tell you that much.
That's so
A
fair.
man,
Yeah.
I mean, and this girl pining after him, I'd be like, girl, give it up.
Bro,
I
Give it
know.
up. But this man does not care if you live or die.
And then
that's
his
wild.
friend with the balls, Dion, that he gave him like literally everything, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
They just, yeah,
Yeah.
I,
tough.
I was getting so angry with that. Every single scene that he was in, I was just so mad.
Yeah,
Um,
totally. He's totally a villain. He's totally a villain in that movie, for sure.
yeah. Did you watch all of the Best Picture nominations?
The only one I did not watch was Sentimental Value, and not because I don't want to. I just ran out of time. I would love to
Same.
watch it. I think I'm gonna really like it.
Yeah.
But I did
I was
watch all of them.
gonna bring up Cinema Valley just to talk about the fatherhood because that's also something that's a real big piece of it. So I won't spoil it for you two.
No worries.
But we'll
Yeah,
circle
Brian, have
around
you
back
seen
to
that
that.
one?
No, so that's the other thing.
Okay.
I also have not seen that movie, so I do need to get
Definitely
on that.
what y'all are talking about in the sense of like the fatherhood, in the sense of like, especially with the lack of a mother. So that's the spoiler I'll give you. It's like you see that perspective from the eldest daughter who takes that role. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's as someone who thinks he's deserving because he is just father. Being
Right.
father does not mean you are deserving, but in his head he is, right? And he comes
Sure.
back just like normal, but it's like, no, you weren't here,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
so
Did you
great
guys
movie.
watch
I'll
all
give
of
you that.
them? Or are there any
Yeah,
that you missed?
I watched all of them.
You watched them
that's the
all?
one I missed. Yeah.
That's what I missed. Okay, cool. So we're like mostly aligned on all of them. I'd love to talk about one that I don't think got enough love. It got a nomination, but I watched Train Dreams
Okay.
and I loved that movie. Okay, I thought it was a really beautiful. I can already tell Brian disagrees with me.
No, I have like I have a feeling about it. I don't disagree though. I don't disagree.
I think that that movie, um, I mean, it was never gonna win.
Hmm.
I don't think anyone thought it was. That's why we didn't talk about it. But I think that that movie really beautifully captures something that is really hard to make a movie about. Which might be why a lot of people didn't like it because I feel like you really have to like, I'm a very nostalgic person, so it really appealed to like where my like emotional buttons lie.
Hmm.
But like experiencing the mundane quietness of a normal life and normal tragedies and love and loss and celebration and hardship, like that's what all of the movies are about, right? All the movies are about life. But I just think that one was really, really beautiful and it made me weep. And I don't know, not enough people talked about it. I think it was a great movie. And I thought,
For sure.
um, what's his name? Joel Egerton? Is that his name?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought his performance was really great.
Train
Agreed.
Dreams was the movie I watched before watching it. Like we talked about this in the pod in the last episode, where I watched Hamnet, cried my eyes out, finished talking to my mom, hung up, and said, "Oh, I'm just gonna go watch Train Dreams. Not really too excited for it.
Light
It's gonna be
watch.
okay." Watched and was fucking devastated again. Right, completely more tears, more crying, and just like it was such a beautiful still movie that I wasn't expecting it to be. I personally thought it had the best cinematography out of all the other movies, and I thought it did deserve something like at least like a nomination in that because it was a wonderful movie. It was something that we don't see nowadays. Even like the narrator and how he was speaking through the movie was, I'd say like an older trade that we don't really see as much, and I thought it was great. I thought it did deserve a lot more.
Yeah. Similar to Michael, for some reason both of us did Hamnet Train Dream double features.
That's crazy.
So we were just both
That's crazy.
miserable those days that we watched them. Um, Train Dreams, I'll be totally honest, when I first saw what like the nomination and I saw it on Netflix, I was prepared to just be in like an hour. I think it's a little over an hour and a half
Mhm.
of just watching a
The
thing
length the movie
happen.
should be, by the way.
I think an hour, 2.5 to 2 hours is like yeah.
I disagree.
I think we should max out at 120 minutes. Don't give me any more.
Give me more.
I don't
Yeah.
want any more.
Me watching Secret Agent.
How long was Secret Agent?
Like 15 hours is how it felt when I watched it. The only movie that's allowed to be 3 hours or longer is The Godfather.
That's fair.
Oh, that's fair.
I
Because that
also
movie doesn't feel like if I watch a movie and it feels like as long as it is, then you didn't do a good job.
Sure.
that's so
I think
fair.
that's a good point. Yeah.
The hot take, Oppenheimer, I also agree that I wanted more. I wanted
Oh,
Oppenheimer to
okay,
be
yeah, that's
longer.
actually that movie didn't feel that like it was that long.
Even though some people are like, I was ready to die when the movie ended, and then there was still like another 30 minutes of like Senate conversations, and it's like, I liked
Well,
it.
I also maintain that I think that a movie should really be judged on if you can watch it on like a laptop. Like
Mm,
Oppenheimer would not have been a good movie if I didn't watch it like fifth row IMAX. Or not that it
I
wouldn't have been a good movie, but
no,
it
but
wouldn't have hit
yeah,
the
Your
same.
experience, yeah.
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 That's an interesting thing. I kind of
I
like that
I feel that way.
because I
Not
I
like
gonna lie.
watching movies on airplanes sometimes, but I imagine like best movie ever on an airplane kind of goes nuts.
I was gonna say, so like Michael and we watched F1 in theaters, and to be honest, I think if I watched that at home, I probably would not have paid attention to half of it.
I'm
But I really
so
like
excited that you said that, Brian, because I watched F1. By the way, F1 Train Dreams double feature is what I did.
Oh, which one first? Which one first?
F1, of course.
Okay, okay, okay.
oh,
F1, and
so
then I
you
followed up with
wrote it
Train
up and
Dreams.
then
Get
just
a high
oh
and drop down.
And
Yeah.
then after Train Dreams, I actually did not finish watching Begonia. I started watching it after Train Dreams, and I still have only seen half of Begonia, but that's beside the point.
Hilarious.
Um,
whoa.
I
Can't
know,
get into the end then.
I know. Well, I know what happens because I know what happens in the. I mean, I just know what happens, and it's also a
The
remake of a movie, so I knew
yes.
that
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
was going
yeah.
to be an alien. Sorry, spoilers, spoilers. If you haven't seen it,
They know we
sorry.
have
We're so sorry.
spoilers.
No, yeah,
They know we have
we spoiled it
spoilers.
last episode.
But me and Steven, sorry, shout out to Steven, my partner.
Shout out
They
Oh,
Steven.
know him.
Steven, my
We
brother.
watched F1 at like literally 10 a.m. on a Saturday. And I don't
Low-key
remember
Wake
why
up
we put
sitting
it
with
on.
coffee.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, literally.
that's
And
amazing.
I was like, I don't think I'm gonna care about this movie. Like, I'm not really a target audience, and
Yeah.
I loved it. I
Yes.
absolutely loved it.
We
F1
did too.
slaps. Yeah.
F1
We had a really
slaps. Like,
good time.
should it have been held to the standard of a Best Picture nomination?
No.
That's
No,
really none of my
deserved
business
it
to comment on.
actually.
But like, I thought that movie was excellent, and I wish I saw it in a theater because I enjoyed it that much just watching it on my small TV.
A
The
100%.
sound from the racing and just like everything with the theater, it was a great time.
Because that
Yeah.
won the Sound Award, right?
I think so,
Yes,
yeah.
I
yes,
think it
that is
did, yeah.
it did win an Oscar where Marty Supreme did not. And it
I
was
sent
for
Michael
sound.
this really funny picture of it's like one of those things where it's like the little knight versus a giant monster, and it was like Marty Supreme, no Oscars, F1 one Oscar. And it fits so good. That's so funny.
Me and
I love
Brian
that.
had that same take. We were like, I was looking through the movies that I was missing and what was leaving theaters before Oscars, and we were like, hey, F1's there. You want to go watch an 11:30 at night showing
It
at
was
AMC?
11:30
Hell
p.m.
yeah.
showing.
And we were like, okay, let's go in. It's gonna be cool, whatever. It's probably not gonna be the best thing. And I don't know what scene it was for you, but just something about the intro, like after seeing him win this dumb spree that didn't really matter, I looked over to Brian and went, "This is it. This is
This
it.
No,
movie?
you and I turned to
This
each other at
movie."
that moment because Brad Pitt was just aura farming that entire movie,
He
and he looked
was.
so good in that one scene. Like he walked out, he
Chains right
finished
here and
racing.
shirt open, yeah.
He did the one thing where he like took the lead, and then he was like, "You better keep that lead," and then he goes back doing whatever. You and I were just like, "He's kind of cool."
He's kind of cool.
But for me, it was when his name's JP when his car flipped.
Hmm.
Um, for me, I didn't realize that I cared that much about the characters until he flipped and the car just exploded, and I was like, holy
Hmm.
shit, did we actually lose him? I was like getting nervous, and then, I like that Brad
Pepper
Pitt's
just
character ran and just like he was the one to drag him out.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh wow, I actually care about these characters. Um,
Mine was in like the first race where he's sabotaging the race to like help him up
yeah,
the ladder because I was like, oh, we're having fun. I was
We're
like,
yes.
having
wait, we're doing schemes. I
I found
love
that to be
that.
such an interesting part of the movie that I
build
didn't
Marty
think you
Yes.
car
could
for
do
attack.
to a race, you
So
know?
interesting.
Right, right,
Like
right.
yeah, but, like same. Like I have some friends who are really into F1 and like to me, like as an American, I think I'm like NASCAR, like loop de
Yeah.
loop, like I don't but
NASCAR,
like
yeah.
what's happening here.
Right.
And then I was like, wait, there's like metagaming happening. Like
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm into this.
Is
I
this
What
do
I
real?
wouldn't
think
have done to watch F1 in the Lincoln Square AMC IMAX theater. If
Yeah.
I could go back in time to anything, it would be that.
Honestly, I
yeah.
probably would have one done Dolby. I think that would have been a Dolby movie for me.
Yeah.
I just I want my ashes spread in the IMAX theater
Yeah,
at Lincoln Square.
that is
You
the
know what? I'm
best
sure
thing.
there's a couple versions of different ashes to spread throughout that theater.
That's my home. That's
The
my
goal is
home.
to
That's
do
my
a
dream.
podcast there and then die there.
Oh my God,
Ooh.
podcasts.
What if we
You'd
did a
have to do
secret
like a
podcast?
matinee where like there's not that many people in there, secret podcast.
A secret
I
little
love
Like
podcast.
that.
an 11
That is
a.m.
so
weekday.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
on a Tuesday when tickets are half off.
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
think F1 is trying, not the movie, but the racing program itself is trying to break into the United States through its movies because the year before we had Gran Turismo. That was
Oh, I
also
didn't even see
which
it.
I didn't
that was
watch.
that David Harbour movie where he's like, "You're just a
Never heard.
video game player. You can't be a race car driver."
Oh
And
yeah,
then
and
I'm
then
gonna
there was
get.
Ford for versus Ferrari. Was that also is
You
that
know
also
what?
I
F1?
think I is that F1?
I don't know.
I don't
Because that
think
I
mean
don't know.
that there
Ferrari
would be
has
two
a.
Brad Pitt
Oh wait,
F1
Wait,
movies.
yeah, you Ferrari did have, wasn't that the like
wasn't Ford
leading
versus
person in
Ferrari about
F1?
race
Well,
cars?
Well, yeah,
Ferrari
yeah.
does have
Well, in
F1, but
F1,
it's
the leading team was
I
Ferrari,
think
no?
Ford versus Ferrari was about the origin stories of, blank Ford and blank Ferrari
No, but it
and
was a racing
Yeah,
their
but
movie
they're
though.
like
If
it
for
was a
competing
sure
with
they,
each
racing.
other.
you are
Was it?
so right. Like they are racing in a racetrack, and
Okay.
I think it's about like because at that point it's their car being used as a racing car, so it's not even like
Sure.
a
No, it's
normal car.
totally it's like OG
Yeah,
F1 vibes.
yeah,
Like
it's like
it's not I don't think it's like
Yeah.
explicitly talked about, but
I would say it's the
it is
start
like
of it, the
F1.
pinnacle. Yeah.
But I do think they're trying to break into the United States uh through the movies because I I liked it so much that I recommended it to my dad, and my dad's like, "Sure, I'll watch that," because he
No,
won't
I
watch
like
Train
follow
Dreams or
Charles
Hamnet or
Leclerc on
anything.
Yeah.
Instagram now or like whatever
Yeah.
his name
Yeah.
is.
Honestly, me personally, give me F2. Give me
Give me
F3.
Where is
Hey,
F2? Are we gonna get an F2?
Are
I'm
we gonna get
hoping.
an F2?
I am begging on their door.
I
Hollywood,
would love
please.
that.
You won't listen to me for other stuff. Give me F2.
F1 too. I would take that.
No, I don't want him to I don't want it to come back because I like that it ended with him like he's like
Up on top.
I gotta leave the sport. I gotta go do
I got
Baja
something
See,
racing.
I want
else.
him to be the
I got
coach.
one
Oh
more
wait, no, but
thing.
yeah, it ended with him being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do like dune buggy
I
racing."
love that. I
Wait,
love that ending.
He was like, I have more things to do. It doesn't tell you what it is. Then goes dune bogging in Mexico. Fucking love that. Shout
I
out my
love
king.
that. Um, and then I also want to talk about Hamnet because
Yes.
my company did the premiere, the Los Angeles premiere of Hamnet,
really?
as well as the Oscars party. And so that movie holds a very special place in my heart because it was also like one of the first projects I did with my company. Number one. And number two, my fans will know that Paul Mescal is like my number one baby daddy. So love that young man quite
He
a
was
bit.
great.
He was
I actually really
fantastic.
liked him in it. I'm sad that he didn't get a nomination.
Yeah,
I think I
crazy.
mean, he's not really the star of that movie.
Well, supporting.
Best, yeah, I was thinking like
Yeah, but
supporting, like, yeah,
really, I think I'm glad that all of the recognition went to Jessie Buckley and that she
for
won
sure,
because her
for sure.
performance was outstanding and that movie is so beautiful.
It is.
And I got to see that movie before it released because we get screeners, because we like design things around, key points
Hmm.
of the movie. And when I get a screener, it's sometimes they're like not even like fully edited.
Oh,
And like
wow.
I have like a watermark that like floats around the screen so that I can't like sell it. Um, and I bring that up because that movie was so beautiful and impactful that like that didn't even ruin my experience watching it. Like
Sure.
I just and I then went to go see it in theaters twice.
Yeah.
Um, it was just like I think that is one of like the best movies ever made about motherhood.
It was beautiful and like yeah, Jessie Buckley played it perfectly. She there were some scenes that were really tough to watch because she was
Hmm.
selling it so well that I was worried for everybody involved,
Hmm.
her losing Hamnet, spoiler alert, uh her losing
Spoiler.
Hamnet and she lets out this really agonizing sound and then she's kind of like crying silently. It's one of those things that like her body just like can't like release air and I was just like how is this person acting this way? Like it's just incredible. It was
I
all
can only
around
imagine like
loved it.
how like intimate and close the cast got and um we did their Oscars party. Obviously, the cast came and it was like super cool. But like I watching in real life, like Paul and Jesse interact with uh Jacoby, the kid who plays Hamnet
Yeah.
in real life, like you can tell that like they formed this type of bond that is just like inexplainable. Like when they saw him at the party and like interacted with him, it was like as if he was like seeing his mom and dad. Like it was so
Yeah.
it like it made me like tear up a little bit. I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful.
And that
No,
third act,
Yeah,
just so
oof.
good.
just so good. Just
I
so good.
definitely where I don't understand the 100% of like motherhood, watching with my mom, being able to see it from her eyes was the closest I can get.
Yeah.
And just hearing, because we were on FaceTime, so we're hearing and seeing each other as we're watching this movie. Like I was living it through her as best as I could. And to see my mom, where she, I mean, she loves movies, but like to see a movie really impact her like this, and then her giving it, telling my grandma to watch it, telling my sister, like, I know that that was a movie for her, and like, yeah, it was really hard to watch it, and I think that's exactly what I love in cinema when you can really bring out those kind of pieces from people, especially whether as an individual viewer or as like in a group setting, and yeah, I think it hit its target audience.
I have a close friend who like lost her mom when she was really young,
Hmm.
and she really loved this movie, and we talked about how it moved her in a way that like she didn't get to, grow older with her mother like fully understanding like the love that her mother has for her. Like obviously she knows it intellectually, but not being able to like experience it at, she's in her 30s now. Um, it was like a really important movie for her and it was like her
Yeah.
favorite movie of the year. And I think that it's really amazing that like people can create art that like instills that type of feeling. Like makes this woman who like otherwise, has no other similarities to this movie feel
Yeah.
connected to her mom who passed.
Yeah.
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 And that's what the movie was showing. That's what
Hmm.
Like it's funny that they also don't even mention him being William Shakespeare. They kind of just call him the father and then the author, I
Well,
think, at
they
one
No,
said it
they
point.
at
do.
they
They
say they
say it's
say it
William
at the end
Shakespeare.
when they're like,
At the
"Oh,
end they say Will.
aren't you gonna watch the play?" No, I think they say Will Shakespeare.
Do they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
they
call him
say it,
Will.
and
Okay.
I remember going like, "Oh, they said it right!" Like kind of funny thing, which is also kind of crazy that I really thought that it was going to win like best production. Um, I
Production
thought
Yeah.
design.
production design, thank you. I just like for a movie that created a whole set in a set for like a theater performance, I was really moved to it, and I
Hmm.
love Frankenstein. I think it deserved a lot of its wins, but for Hamnet, I just that's what I had on the guess. I
Me
guessed my
too.
heart on that one and got it not right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you for segueing that because I told Michael before we started the podcast I really wanted to talk about production design and costuming.
Yeah.
You guys both saw Frankenstein?
Yes.
Um, I personally think that that was an extremely well-deserved award.
For
I
sure.
I got to see a screening of that with a talk back with Guillermo del Toro. And when he talks about his sets in all of his movies, he doesn't use any CGI.
Hmm.
He like
Yeah.
those are all real built sets. And when you like I feel like we watch movies now, like especially in the age of like Marvel, it's like you see something so amazing and huge and fantastical and you don't even like think about how like if it's real or not.
You definitely take it for granted.
You
Yeah.
take it for granted. But when you step back and you like rewatch that movie and you look at the vastness of those spaces and how the light hits it and the coloring, and obviously you can add those things in After Effects, but like he is known to like set that stuff in real life. Like he wants it to be as accurate on camera
Yeah.
as he can get it, is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, like even the ship and then the laboratory are probably the two biggest and
Yes.
most intricate sets, and it's
It's
extremely
crazy.
impressive. And
It's
so
so
yeah,
impressive.
I
even
mean,
though I gave my vote to Hamnet, like I was like wondering if that was gonna win. Frankenstein deserves it. It
for
had it.
sure. I mean, Guillermo del Toro is just so phenomenal as someone that is in the industry in general, someone who's always an advocate for giving that shared voice for people who don't have it, someone who likes to, who can see things in a way that I don't think normal people can, right? Like if you watch Pan's Labyrinth or any other of his films, like the articulate that he makes in films that cross the line between real and unreal, unlike any other, and he really puts his time into making sure everything is perfect. I think there are different versions of directors that can really nail that, or we have like a Wes Anderson is really he's really strict and really focused on his coloring and making sure everything fits to his symmetrical feel. I feel like Guillermo is really lax in that way, where it's still he's still giving his vision, but he's having fun while he's doing it. He's
Hmm.
telling
Sure.
a story. He's creating in a way that he describes as like how he was as a child, like not childlike in a bad way, but it's like this nostalgia, like this young passion, this feeling of what is out there or what could be, and it's always so mystical what he can do.
Yeah. And like, because then they also won costume, right?
The
Costuming
costume,
and makeup and
Yeah.
which that
um
The
100%
the
creature is
makeup
what
is crazy.
Jacob Elordi's character is called. Yeah, it was phenomenal. It was
I
great.
feel like I saw in a clip online that that makeup took like 10 hours to apply. Like
I believe it.
he basically would do like 24-hour shoot days just because it took that long to get into makeup, which is
Yeah.
crazy. I also think his performance is really great and
Yeah.
one that more people should celebrate. Um,
He's
not
who I wanted to win for best supporting.
same,
Yeah,
same. I mean, Sean Penn was
I think we
great,
all agree
but
on
I was
that.
gonna say Sean Penn was great. Delroy Lindo was also high contender. I just do think Jacob Elordi brought something to that character that elevated that film for me a lot.
Yeah, I think supporting actor really has to be something like that, like an elevation. Like obviously without
Mhm.
Sean Penn, you don't have one of the main villains, but like I think the recognition should go to the person that really carried the story as the support. And I think out of all those, Jacob Elordi did phenomenal as a supporting actor. He nailed exactly what a supporting actor is.
It's really hard to play an infantile mind as an adult and pull it off like artistically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like him and then I think Emma Stone in her films that she does with Yorgos Lanthimos. Like I've
hmm
those are two really good examples of actors who do it really well, but I think it's really hard actually to do as an actor.
If it wasn't for Jessie Buckley this year, I think I would have really wanted Emma Stone to win an Oscar for her role because Begonia was so freaky in the best way possible. Yorgos Lanthimos just really knows how to just make things so strange and also intense. Um,
I
and
feel some type of way about Yorgos Lanthimos.
oh yeah,
But it has nothing to do with whether or not I think that he is a good filmmaker. So it's like an unfair him and Ari
fair,
Aster.
Ooh.
I
sure.
just
Ari
find them to be
Aster.
fucking freaks, to be quite honest. I just think that a
Freaks
man
complimentary or freaks
freaks
derogatory?
derogatory, freaks negative, freaks
Gotcha.
negative, freaks
Freaks are
derogatory.
Fair.
off the leash.
Just like I don't like when white men are that freaky. It's scary, and I think it needs to be toned down. Okay, I think it needs to
Hey,
be reined in.
That's so fair.
Like to this day, my least favorite movie I've ever seen in my life is Beau is Afraid. Shout out Ari Aster.
I have not seen Beau is
yeah,
Afraid.
I didn't
I
watch
heard
it.
it's like, what the hell is going on?
I I actually have a funny story about when I saw that movie. I saw that movie by myself at 11 a.m. at the IMAX Lincoln Square Theater on a Thursday.
Naturally,
Dead
naturally.
true story. I was one of like three other people in that theater, and my boyfriend, current still at the time, was supposed to come join me, and he stood me up, did not come to the movie, so I had to
Oh,
watch it by
I didn't know
myself. And
this.
did that add to my negative experience watching it? Maybe, but I also think it was just like a bad movie, and it really put a sour taste in my mouth of Ori Aster. And that's how I feel about Your Ghost. Like I liked Poor Things. What was the other one that he did with her recently?
Oh, I'm trying to think of the name, but
Um,
I can't.
it's always like with those guys, like they do a great movie that a lot of people love, and then you let them make a couple more movies, and then they get scary. And then I'm like,
Because
okay,
then they get the free reins. They
they
don't
get
have
free reign, and I'm like, we
producers
didn't
are
need to see
like, okay,
this.
make what you want. And it's like,
We
God
didn't
damn,
need
what
to
are
we
we
didn't need to
doing?
see what you really think of women, okay?
Uh, it was definitely just I'm thinking about Begonia right now. It was just such a wacky movie. Out of all of the movies that this year for the Oscars, I spent the next couple of days thinking about that one the most because it was just freaky. It wasn't my favorite. I thought it was pretty good. It just it was so, like, I keep using the word freaky. It was a freaky movie.
Thought provoking.
Uh-huh.
I need to give it another chance. I think, I tried to watch F1 Train Dreams of Begonia one day, and that was a
Yeah,
choice. And I
that is
couldn't get
choice.
through it. But not because I didn't like
Yeah.
it. It was just like, and then I just ran out of time to continue watching it. So
That's funny. I actually did do a triple feature that day. It was Frankenstein, then Hamnet, then Train Dreams. And did we do F1 that night? No, it wasn't
Did
that
you
night.
watch? Did you watch?
That was a separate night. But I
Oh,
watched
okay.
Frankenstein before I watched Hamlet with my mom. It was like my morning thing. Um, hey, we watch
hey,
movies. As
we watch
Mm-hmm.
movies. We love watching movies
We
here.
do.
before we get into a fun game I have set up for us, are there any other nominations you wanted to talk about, or do we feel kind of good with where we're at?
I can't think of another nomination off the top of my head.
No, I feel like I covered a lot of my thoughts. I think this was a pretty good year for movies. There was a lot of
I think so
great
too.
contenders and good conversations, and I'm always excited to see what comes next.
Hey,
Yeah.
I think next 2027 is gonna be a great
so,
year. We got The Odyssey, we got Dune 3, we got like a lot of we got a lot of heavy hitters
What's the
coming
yeah,
one
out.
coming up? Project Hail Mary is
Project Hail
Project
apparently
Hail
the
Mary.
best
I
Mary.
movie
think I'm gonna go
ever
see that
from
tomorrow. I heard it's
I'm gonna see it
great.
Ooh,
sometime this week. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Michael
heard
and I
that
are
movie's
probably gonna see
really
it.
great.
I would watch it tomorrow if I wasn't waiting for Brian, but
And I love Ryan
uh,
Gosling.
it's so me for real.
Ryan Gosling.
Real quick, Hannah. Actually, I want to ask you this before I jump in the game, the questions in the games. I keep saying I'm so me for real for Ryan Gosling. This is like a joke everyone knows that I make. But do you think I'm more Jake Gyllenhaal coded?
No,
Did you say this on the
absolutely
pod
not.
last time? Like,
No, I
or
saved.
this
We
was
talked
just
about it
you and me
later,
having
but I
this
thought I should say it
conversation?
on the pod. Yeah.
No, I think
He
that
turned to me one
you're
day and
Ryan
just said
Gosling
that.
coded because the thing about Michael Brand, for those that don't know him in real life, is that Michael Brand has this really captivating ability to be extremely serious and sincere and also like the biggest doofus jokester like in the same sentence. And I feel like that's something that Ryan Gosling is like what makes him such a
Makes
great actor. Like that's very much his vibe. So you're definitely more
what can
Ryan
you
than
say? A
Jake.
big doofus
Plus,
on the pod.
like while Jake Gyllenhaal is charismatic, like what A-list actor isn't, Ryan Gosling is like the charismatic man, and I feel
Yeah,
like
he's the
Hannah,
boy
you'd
next
agree
door.
that Michael is everyone is obsessed with Michael's charisma.
I've
So
never met
Stop.
anyone who dislikes Michael.
Stop.
They're
Michael
everyone's
Brand
obsessed
is a
with
Literally,
him.
legend
it's
He's a
around
just
these
two
legend.
people. It's
parts.
just the two of you here. Don't say that
That's
before I will
see,
bleach
and
my
you're
hair and go to
humble, and
summer.
you're humble.
And you're
That's
humble.
Stop. Stop. We're moving on to the games. We're moving on to the games. Hey everyone, welcome to the game time. So I set up a fun game that Brian and Hannah do not know what's going to be going on. So let
Brian
me
doesn't know
explain to you guys.
either. How
No,
I don't know
Brian
exciting.
much
doesn't know.
about this. Yeah.
I gave him like bits and pieces just so we can know it was a concept, and then I moved away. Okay,
Mhm.
so we're gonna be playing a game. I have 5 movies with letterbox reviews. I have 3 letterbox reviews for each movie. You guys have to guess what movie that is based on the letterbox reviews I read. When we start with the first movie, it's going to be something that's kind of obscure. That one is worth 3 points. If you get it right on the first try, you get 3 points. If we move to the second one, you can change your answer, keep it is. If you get it right on the second one, that's what, 2 points. Then the last try, 1 point. There's also a
Okay.
bonus point that you get if you chime in faster. So I'm gonna read off the first letterbox review.
Oh.
Whoever makes the noise first and says "Bing," chime in or whatever, you'll be the first person. If you win throughout the 3, 2, 1 category, you will also get that bonus speed point.
Oh,
So you guys
Okay.
exciting.
get it?
So we're competing against each other, me
Yeah,
and Brian. We're
you
not
and
working
Brian
as a
are
Yeah.
team.
competing.
Okay.
Seems like
It's
yeah.
on.
Perfect,
Let's
perfect.
go.
Let us load it up.
All right.
Do, 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 do,
Do,
do. I even created a little
do,
album
do,
for it.
do. Sorry, no copyright.
Ooh.
Although that song might be
Dibba
in
dibba
the
dibba
public domain.
doo. At this point, I feel like
I
it
do think
should.
once an episode we do something where we go, well, that might be copyright stricken.
Sorry.
So I
Okay,
sang the Pokemon theme in something that might air soon.
Uh-oh.
Hannah, Brian, are we ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Ready.
Masterpiece and future classic.
Boop.
Okay, Brian.
Sinners?
Okay, that's your answer. Hannah, now you
Okay.
can give an answer.
Future classic. Masterpiece and future classic. Paddington Bear.
I should say these are all best pictures. I should have said
Oh,
that in
wait.
the
Okay,
beginning.
that's
These are
like
all
I
best
feel like
pictures. Yeah,
So
a
yeah,
that's
really
yeah, that's a
important thing
little
you needed
unfair
to
on my end.
explain.
yeah, yeah.
I did know
I
that these
did
did have to
forget
do
that
with
in
the
the
best
beginning. Okay,
pictures.
so we're still gonna not. This
So
is the
this is
first one. No
Michael's
one
fault.
gets a speed run. This is my fault.
That was a
These are
practice round.
these are best pictures.
Okay.
So what is your
Do
guess
you
for
have
that?
another guess?
Yeah, my new guess is one battle after another.
Okay, so that's guess one. You guys hold on to that. Review two. I am no David Lynch, but I know peak when I see it.
Bing. I maintain one battle after another.
Okay,
Oh God. Oh God. Oh
you can
God.
keep your answer.
Can I?
Yeah, you can keep it.
Okay, sure. Let's see.
And then final one. It's just referring to see, or just refreshing to see a film that dodges and creates a new color grading crisis and lets color pop out instead of listening to every gray mush we see on the screen.
Bing. I actually do think it's Sinners.
Oh, see, it talks about color grading and everything, and I know people loved the cinematography of Train Dreams, but it was also like so dark in some moments and then some like gorgeous scenes. I do think it's Sinners though. I'm staying Sinners all the way through.
Okay. No points awarded this. That was Secret Agent.
What?
Yeah, so this first
Yeah,
category is
that
the
movie
hardest
did have a
one.
really good pop
The
of color.
coloring for me
It's
was
a
like beautiful, but again, that was the
Yeah.
first one. That was like the toughy one. All the other ones get easier. That was just
yeah.
to kind of get you guys' blood
Yeah.
rushing. If someone got a point, I was gonna award you. I was gonna be like, "That's awesome," but now you guys have that competitive edge of
So if we say it in
next
the
one is
first
to me.
round, are you gonna like tell us and then we move on to the next one,
No, no, no.
or?
We go through all three because I want you to
Oh,
feel
okay.
that fear of if you change and you had it right the first time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Ready for the next one? Round
Yes.
two.
hmm
Again, Hannah, best pictures. Not sure if I told you that. Now we know.
Are all
Um,
rounds gonna be Best Picture?
all rounds.
Okay, great.
A masterpiece. I'm never watching it again.
Bing. Train Dreams.
Okay.
I was gonna say F1.
And
Okay.
that's fair.
Cool. That's
That's
fair.
a good one.
All right. Round two, second question. I've decided I'm ready to be in love.
Bing. I'm gonna switch it up and say Hamnet.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Frankenstein.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I think somebody funny would write that.
So far, I think F1, Hamnet, and Frankenstein all make sense to this. So, like,
Yeah.
again. So, number three. Who is that child and why was that the best performance I've seen all year? I
Bing.
only
Bing.
looked at him and fought back tears.
Hamnet.
It's
Also,
Hamnet.
best actor snub, honestly.
Best
Best
actor
actor
For
snub.
real.
That kid was
Wait,
phenomenal.
Yeah.
eating. That was Hamnet. So
Cool.
I think in that round, I'm gonna give Brian, that was 2 points for getting it through the first one. Hannah, you're gonna get 1 point, and I do think it's fun to give you the beep because you got it on the right answer. So we'll give that to Hannah for the speed round.
Yeah.
So we're tied for 2 points.
You guys are tied.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay, next one.
I keep having to move away from the mic because I'm burping
Yelling
from
it.
drinking this
No,
beer.
And
yelling
that's
Sorry,
it,
guys.
fair.
burping
Sorry
it.
if you guys hear that. I'm a lady.
ASMR episode win.
ASMR.
Okay, ready? Round three.
hmm
The kind of movie that reminds you why you fell in love with movies in the first place.
Bing. F1.
Okay.
Bing. Sentimental value.
Okay. Number two. White people just fuck everything up.
Bing.
Bing.
That was tied, I
That
think.
was tight. I think I need a rock, paper, scissors for that.
Oh God, how do we do this?
So I'm gonna
Oh
say
wait,
rock, paper, scissors
do you
on
do
shoot.
on shoot? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
On shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
shoot.
Rock,
Rock, paper,
paper,
scissors,
scissors, shoot.
shoot.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay, Hannah gets that.
wait, I literally forgot. Oh, Sinners. I
Okay.
forgot. White people ruin
White
everything.
people
Yeah.
ruin everything. Ooh, because I was thinking one battle.
Oh, that's interesting. They both fit.
But they so make sense.
So what are you picking?
I'm picking one
You picked
battle.
one battle. I
Well,
picked
okay, okay,
Sinners.
perfect. Last one. I didn't know it was starving till I tasted you.
Bing.
Bing.
That's Sinners.
Sinners.
In more ways than one in that movie.
Wait, do you guys get the reference? I don't think you guys actually get that reference.
So I was thinking of other things. So I
So
guess I
that's
can't take
lyrics
that
to a
one.
Haley Steinfeld song.
That is funny.
Oh
That
shit,
is
so that's a
so
triple
funny.
meaning. It was a triple.
One,
Okay,
two, three. Oh
that's pretty
yeah,
impressive.
Do
my
I get
head
a
was
bonus point for
working.
that?
Yeah,
I say
yeah, we give you
Thank
yes.
bonus
you.
point. Okay,
Also,
so
guys, crazy. Sorry to derail the game really quick.
no, go
Crazy
ahead.
that Haley Steinfeld was not a part of anything for this Sinners campaign.
Yeah,
Like
Sure.
we did 3 parties for Sinners. She did not. She was not at any of them.
really.
No,
Would you
she
say
didn't
it's
come to the FYC.
because
She
of
didn't
her
come to Golden
baby,
Globe. She didn't
or
come
I
to
was
the
gonna
just
say,
Oscars.
do you think it's because of her pregnancy?
I mean, when did she announce her pregnancy? Because the FYC was in November. So I don't know.
mm,
But I still think, I mean,
True.
there's plenty of people who are pregnant
Yeah,
and come. It's just, I
fair?
that's
thought it was
fair.
interesting. I mean, you're
There's
you're
also
a
hubby's
leading
football
role in an
season.
Oscar nominated film. You would think you'd
Yeah,
be a part of it at least a little bit,
A little bit,
true.
sure. T.
Interesting.
maybe. But then
Yeah,
some were saying maybe, we don't know what's going on in her life. Maybe she's having a difficult pregnancy. She's sick all the time.
that's
I just
fair.
thought it was interesting. I'd love to know why.
Sure.
Pregnancy and Josh Allen season.
Joshy.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Joshy. Okay,
Joshy.
so let's count up our points.
Wait,
Um,
what was the answer?
oh, I
Oh, it
said
was
it.
Sinners.
Sinners.
Duh,
No, yeah,
duh.
sinners.
I have
Okay.
Okay,
3
so
points.
you just got two right now, plus your two.
I did.
You had two last round, yeah?
I had 2 last round, then I just got this bonus point.
No, well, you also got sinners at round two.
Oh, I love that for me. I already forgot.
Yeah, so you're at four. We gave you a bonus point. You're at five.
Yay.
Brian, you had
I got 1 point right there, so now I'm at 3.
three. Okay. Next round. Well, this is round four technically. I was saying round two, three, because with the other one didn't count. So this is round three. This movie is going triple platinum in the man caves.
Bing. That is F1 right there.
I concur.
Do you agree?
I
I
hope so.
concur.
Next one. A win for dads everywhere.
Bing. F1, baby.
Is he a dad in that movie? Or are they just saying because dads love Brad
They're just
Pitt?
saying, well, I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm thinking
What is this
because
category?
like out of all the best picture movies, I had to tell my dad about F1, so
Fair. And then last
it's a
one.
dad
Okay,
movie.
I gotta read this one. Let me summarize it for you guys. Broom, 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 broom. Eh, skirt, broom, broom, broom. Skirt, skirt, broom, 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 skirt, 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 broom, skirt.
I'm gonna
Weird.
let Brian sweep the category because he hit
Got
that
you.
one.
I do think that sounds a little bit like Train Dreams now.
Oh,
No,
good
it's
point. Good
it's F,
point.
it's
Okay, so
F1.
Chugga
you
It's
both
chugga
did
choo
F1.
choo.
you both did get 3 points for that. But Brian, you get the
I
bonus
didn't
one.
say F1.
You said the first round, right?
The first round, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you said
am I getting it even for saying it
You
you guys
second?
have
concurred, so
you
you
guys
get the
you guys have
point.
both been getting points
The
for that.
scoring system is flawed.
Don't
I
worry about it.
it's a little
We're
crazy.
kind of having fun.
It's called having fun, Hannah. Shut up.
You don't want to have okay, fine. Hannah minus 3 points. Okay.
Fine, fine, fine. I'll take
Brian,
it.
how
I
many points do
only
you have?
want my 1 point for
Wait,
knowing
but
the Haley Steinfeld
I
reference.
had what, 3 and now I have
So you
7?
gain three, six plus one, seven.
6 or
Hey,
7.
6, 7,
Crazy that you set me off of that.
Just a bunch of 28-year-olds making 6, 7 jokes.
6, 7.
Next one. What guys do instead of therapy?
Bing.
Bing.
That was a tie.
Was it?
First time on
What's
video.
the
Rock, paper, scissors again.
rock,
Oh,
paper, scissors, shoot. Rock,
oh, that's me.
paper, scissors, shoot.
I should probably tell you, audio listeners, Brian put paper, Hannah put rock. Brian, you
Yeah,
No, they
got
don't need to know. Let the
at this
mystery
point,
alive.
the Spotify people are
are
dealing
gone.
with
They
their
did.
They've clocked
consequences.
off. Yeah, they're done.
Hey, I love you.
Oh God, what you said?
Guys do instead of therapy. What guys do instead of therapy?
See, I want to say the Batman because that
The
was,
Batman.
but I do think Marty Supreme.
Okay. Hannah.
I was gonna say Frankenstein,
Okay.
but Marty
Oh
Supreme's
my
actually a better
God.
answer.
Yo, guys totally
Lock in
would
what it is.
create a thing.
We're locked in.
Send.
I'm gonna lock in
So,
Frankenstein.
okay.
And
Okay.
I'm Marty.
One sec. Okay. Everyone making their Humanity is Cooked movies.
Bing? Begonia?
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Those guys totally need to go to therapy. It's Begonia. Yeah.
Okay. Three. Last one. Now we should get those two on a podcast ASAP.
Bing.
Also,
Bing.
they did make Earth
Yeah.
Canonically Flat in this.
Begonia.
Yeah, it's Begonia.
Begonia. That was Begonia. Which also, that one could be Coast of the Mediaverse. That's might have been better.
Accurate.
Yeah, you guys remind
So
me a lot of the two guys from Begonia,
yeah,
actually.
I'm so
Which one of
judgy.
you is Jesse Plemons? I
Michael.
feel like Michael's totally
Michael.
Michael's the one that's like, no, dude, this is what we're supposed to be
I
doing.
And
swear,
I'm just
this
like,
is it.
really?
Like, just go with me. Just go
She's an
with
You're
me.
alien, I
like, this
tell
doesn't
you.
feel right. Like, no, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you. So see, that was 3 points for Hannah, and then 2 points for
I
Brian.
think I'm finally starting to understand this point system.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
this point system makes sense. You guys just are haters. Do you guys want one
Epic.
more? That was all I had, but I do have one more.
I
Do we
want
have one
you
more?
to read me one of your Letterboxd reviews, and I have to guess what, or we have to guess what
Ooh.
movie
Oh,
it's
like I
from.
read. Oh, okay.
And I
Just
don't
like
want it to be Best Picture. Give me
See,
something
just a
Michael's are
random.
random.
funny because Michael is just like a one sentence,
I
like
don't even
just
remember mine.
says his
Brian got
thing.
me on one the
Me
other
too.
day.
I usually only do like two words. Should we
Okay,
each do one?
yeah.
Oh, I'll try to pull up one.
Okay,
Of
let's each
any of
find
our
one.
reviews?
Yeah,
Of
everyone pull up
any,
a
yeah.
review of one of yours.
I feel like
Okay.
it could be something
I'm
recent.
going for a movie that I think you guys have seen. Could be a recent one. Could be something that's just been there for a minute. Mm, let me see.
Oh, okay, I have a great one.
Oh yeah, you want to start?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Just to kind of narrow down the field, this is a movie that did not come out recently, but this
Okay.
is a review when I rewatched it recently. And my review is 5 stars. I'll have you
Nice.
know this is my most viewed movie of all time. Viewing number 13 and still as iconic as number one.
Ding.
Whoa.
Ponyo?
No.
No.
Can I get that again? I wanna.
Yeah. My review is 5 stars. And I said, I'll have you know this is my most viewed movie of all time. Viewing number 13 and still as iconic as viewing number one.
So I'll say Princess Bride to that.
No,
Ah,
incorrect.
dang it.
Shoot.
Okay.
Should I
Um,
reveal?
give
Give
us
us
a
like a
hint.
small hint. Yeah.
The hint is it's an ensemble comedy from, I'll give you the year. It's from 2012. It came out in
I'm so bad
2012.
with years. You know I don't know that.
But I feel like that gives you like a vibe, you
No.
know? No?
I have no
Mm,
concept of time.
An
Yesterday could
ensemble
have been
comedy from
2012.
2012. So it came out when we were in like middle school.
is it Grown Ups?
No.
That would have been so
Oh.
funny if it was Grown Ups.
That was
Also,
filmed near my hometown
Bridesmaids.
though. No, but that's a great guess.
Fuck.
That's very close. That's a
I'd
good
been
guess
Dang.
though.
Okay.
All right,
I
I'm just
think I'm
gonna take.
out
Yeah, I
now.
think I'm out.
The movie was Pitch Perfect.
Oh my
I bet
God.
that one
Bridesmaids
hurts
was a
too.
really good guess.
That
That's close.
hurts. One of my family's favorite movies is Pitch Perfect.
Brian,
We
you talk about it. You
routinely.
talked about it on the pod, and I
I
was like, I
know.
fucking love that movie. And we watched
Oh,
it after I listened to you talk about it on the pod, and I was like, I've seen this movie so many times, I can recite it by
it
like,
deserves the 5 star for
yeah,
sure.
that's a fantastic movie.
I'm looking at my Letterboxd reviews, and I used to write really long paragraphs. And at one point, I broke and just did funny sentences, and I'm proud of myself for that.
Give us a funny sentence. I don't want a
Yeah, I'm looking for a
paragraph.
funny one. Brian, did you find one?
I have one that I think you guys will all know.
Go ahead.
So this is a movie from I'll say a little over 20 years ago. Okay? Don't let that skew you because it could be whatever. But I gave this 4.5 stars. I liked it, and my review is my favorite part was when Ramona Flowers choked out Dean Pelton and had to pretend to not like it.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
No.
No.
I had to say it just in case.
That's funny. Oh, what's that one movie?
And then I also have another part right underneath it in the same review that says, those two students that were frozen in the beginning fucking died, right?
Sky High.
Yeah.
Oh yes! Oh
That
my God.
You got it.
I was like, oh, that's a
was
great
really good.
movie.
That's a
That's
really
a
good.
It's
great
an
movie.
I
amazing
love Sky
movie.
High. I would love to watch Sky High. I haven't seen it in a long time and just talk about it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's so funny. Yeah, you guys should definitely do an episode of like nostalgic media.
Ooh, what was
Not Bev. Oh,
This
hey,
that?
guy this
Smosh.
guy just started playing Smosh.
We're gonna
Hey,
get canceled.
Smosh.
Smosh is
Yeah.
gonna sue us.
Smosh is gonna
My
sue
lighting
us.
just changed so bad because I had like a little lighting screen on the background. That's
Oh
crazy.
my God. That's so
Okay,
good.
I got one though,
All right, let's hear it.
and the light change does help. That's your hint.
Uh-oh.
Podcast is a gateway drug.
Podcast is a
Podcasting is a
gateway.
gateway drug.
Podcasting is a
Podcasting
gateway
is a gateway
drug.
drug.
Podcasting is a gateway drug.
It's not the Batman. It's not Begonia. Um,
How recently did you watch this
podcasting.
movie?
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen it. I'll just give you the year. The movie came out in 2014.
Wow. I don't know.
This is Michael knowledge, I would say. I thought that would be fun for you guys.
Michael lore?
Yeah, Michael lore.
Is it I haven't seen Donnie Darko. It's not that.
No. It's
That
not a
was my
movie.
thought, and then you said
It's
2014, and I was like, it can't be Donnie Darko.
yeah. Dang, I must want to like pull up your letterbox because now I'm
That's
just like,
cheating.
what?
No,
I
don't do
know.
that.
No.
I give you guys another hint because this one is a little niche.
Yeah, I need another hint.
Okay.
This is referencing someone on the cast, whether
Oh, someone on the
actor,
cast is now a
director, yeah,
podcaster or was.
correct. Someone there in this.
All right. What movie has Joe Rogan been in?
Was he a
Uh,
podcaster before the movie or after?
Yes, before.
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 2014. Who was podcasting all
I
the
was
way
gonna
back?
say
After.
podcast.
I will say it's still high.
Oh my God! It's a Kevin Smith movie. It's a Kevin Smith movie.
Is it Grown Ups?
No.
That's Kevin James. Is it
I'm
Dogma?
dead.
No.
Wait, who the
Oh.
fuck is Kevin Smith, you guys? Because
Kevin Smith is
This
Michael's
is
favorite
crazy coming
podcaster.
from you.
wait, you talk
It's-
about him all the time, and I'm like, who is
Yeah,
that?
remember my jorts?
I'm looking
Um,
up. I'm looking up.
I'm just gonna tell you guys this one. I'm gonna give you guys another one because this is not a fair
Is it
Is
category.
it
Clerks?
Tusk?
It's Tusk.
Oh!
Whoa.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
If you
Ugh.
lined up 12 men named Kevin and put a name tag on them, I never would have guessed Kevin Smith is who that was. That guy is.
Oh, that was really good.
let me do one more to redeem myself because this is fun.
That's a crazy review for that movie. That movie is buck wild.
It is a very buck wild movie.
God, I should have known when you said podcaster. It's funny because whenever Michael and I talk about our favorite podcast, I always talk about Smosh and he always talks about Kevin Smith's.
Yeah.
What is
Okay,
Kevin Smith's podcast?
A Fat Man Beyond.
I've never
And a whole
heard of it.
Actually, he has a whole bunch. He has his own podcast network at this point. He has so many.
I didn't even
Um,
know that.
Yeah. We'll talk about it after
Your
this.
favorite podcast is Smosh? Like Smosh Mouth or the one where
Smosh
they
Mouth.
do Reddit? Oh,
Smosh Mouth with Shane and Amanda.
All right.
Definitely. Reddit
Last
Stories is
one.
good too.
Are we ready?
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
He's just the family guy working 9 to 5, but all day, every day, he's the mafia.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
No,
All day, every day, he's the mafia.
I did give it 5 stars and a heart.
5 stars. He's just not working 95. Is it that movie with fucking Jason Bateman where he's like a family plan? That's
trying to
like
think, is
actually
it
the plot of that
Nobody?
movie.
No, that's good though, but no.
The Bob, yeah.
Did you say the Bob Dylan movie?
No, the Bob Odenkirk
He did
movie.
say Bob Dylan. I heard that.
I didn't say Dylan. No, dang it, I can't think.
I will say this is an older movie, like a lot older.
The Godfather.
No.
Hmm.
But
Goodfellas.
I will say it is a mafia movie.
Oh, dang. Irishman. No, that's not
That's
that
an
old.
old movie.
Goodfellas.
Gangs of New York.
Casinos, Gangs of New York.
You said it.
Oh, it's Gangs of New
Goodfellas?
York?
No, Casino.
Oh, it's Casino. Let's
Oh.
go.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
seen Casino.
Heck
So
yeah.
good.
I need
It's
to
a good
watch
one.
that. I need to watch that.
On Long Island, you're required to watch all mafia movies.
Well, It's been so fun talking. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how long this episode is. I was not looking at the clock. So
No,
I know you're gonna
I
have to
think
trim some out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
we're not.
long-winded.
Honestly,
we
I
won't.
think this is the one you listen to out of all the episodes. Listen to this, whether it's 2 hours, 7 hours. This was an episode. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I had so much fun talking to you guys. I wish we could keep talking forever.
I want to have you on as soon as possible because I want to hear more about your
Please.
job. Yeah.
Yes, I'm free. Call me up.
Hell yeah.
We're doing crazy stuff. We got a crazy slate still ahead of us, so a lot
That's
of
exciting.
fun stuff happening.
Before we go, we want to leave you with any suggestions you have. Suggestions could be anywhere from media, events to look out for, or just an idea or a habit.
Oh, cool. Well, I maintain my suggestion that you guys definitely need to do a nostalgia episode of, all the stuff that like the niche movies from childhood like Sky High.
Sure.
And I will give you a suggestion for something to watch, which I am deciding to be the Kate Hudson Netflix sitcom Running Point.
Whoa,
It's
okay.
mindless and stupid and really funny, but my company's working on the season 2 premiere of it, so I just watched it, and it's
Sweet.
a great family watch.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Michael, what about you?
Ooh, I had a suggestion and I forgot it. Go to you and I'll circle back.
Got you. So right now, I told Michael earlier, I am in my K-pop era again.
Love
Just listening to a lot of K-pop. Shout out BTS that just dropped
New
their
their newest album
comeback.
yeah.
today.
Oh,
Today as of
yes.
recording. Um, but I love the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack.
Shout
But
out.
after listening to it for like 1,000 times, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I found a like rock, almost heavy metal band. Actually, I think it's just her name is Rain Paris,
Ooh.
and she's not super popular, but she does rock or like heavy metal versions of the K-pop Demon Hunter movie like
Oh my
soundtrack,
gosh, so fun.
and they're incredible. The guitar and her voice, like with those songs, just really fun.
Where can we
Good for the
find her?
gym. I found her on YouTube, and then I quickly went onto Spotify, and you could find her on Spotify as well.
Hell yeah.
Rain, Paris.
Rain
Rain,
Paris.
precipitation, Paris, the place. It's spelled exactly like that, and yeah, I recommend them because I've been listening to them a lot recently.
I love it.
No, I mean, definitely always gonna have a K-pop phase. I do remember BTS album was gonna be my recommendation, but hey, I'm glad that we share that. If I had to
Hmm.
recommend something else, I would recommend just playing games and having fun.
So true.
Buy a
Have fun with
Switch
your
for
friends.
yourself. Have fun, enjoy. Yeah, we're gonna shout out Switch 2. I bought a Switch 2 for myself. I treated myself. I
Hey.
haven't done it in a minute, and I'm having a lot of fun with the Switch 2.
What games are you
And
playing right now?
so I bought Fire Red immediately because I
Nice.
spent like $500 to play emulators of games I could play on my phone.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna get Pokepia eventually and start building worlds, but I'm not the best at those games. So if people
Am
develop
thinking about
products
buying a
of them,
Switch 2 just to play that game.
let me
Same
know.
with
Then I'll
me.
have a reason
Because
to
Yeah.
I'm an
play it, and then
Animal
we,
Crossing girly, so
yeah, see, we
Yeah.
can join worlds together. That would be awesome.
yeah, I love
I'm
it.
really
I didn't
excited
know
to
you could do that.
play.
That's
Yeah, you can
awesome.
play with up to 4 friends. Just saying. I'm really excited to play the emulators they have on there for like GameCube games. GameCube is like my
Yeah.
favorite consoles I always talk about, and they have Chibi Robo, one of my favorite games of all time. Really excited to play that, and whatever else comes out. Usually Nintendo has this kind of peak when a whole bunch of games are coming out that really start flocking out at a certain time. Resident Evil Requiem, as you all know, I yapped about so much, came out for a lot of consoles, but also Switch 2, which was kind of wild for a Resident Evil game to be ported to these consoles because they stopped really going on the Nintendo consoles. And
Hmm.
it looks really good on there because the Switch can actually perform very well. Then right
Yeah.
after that, Pokepia came out, so it was like people were playing Resident Evil and then getting so scared they would run to their Pokepia, and I love all the builds
Aw,
people are making.
That's really good.
And then what else is gonna come? I'm not sure. We'll see, and I'll probably play some
TBD.
classics I've never played before, like Zelda and Metroid.
You've never played Zelda?
I briefly played it. It wasn't my
That's
thing. I
shocking
played some
to
of the other
me.
things.
I also have
I never
never
used
played
it.
a Legends of Zelda
What?
game. I know, I'm crazy.
Yes, I'm not even a gamer. That's
No, you're a
crazy.
gamer. You
That's
are a
something that we're
I'm
gamer.
trying to
not a
change. I got
gamer.
my first
You're a gamer. I'm
Switch
telling everyone you're a
soon.
gamer.
Wait, also, I want to change my recommendation. I want to circle back shouting out Dairy Girls because if you have not seen that show, it is one of the funniest shows ever made,
Yeah,
and you guys all need to watch it. It's
I'll check
great.
it out.
Please do.
Sounds really good.
Please do.
Anybody we know that might be in it? Like any like big stars?
Well, since she has become one, but Bridgerton fame, Penelope Featherington. Oh my gosh,
Sure.
what is her real name? Oh my God,
Uh,
it's escaping me. Hold on, because I need to give her the proper shout out that she deserves. Nicola Coughlan.
okay.
You would recognize her if you saw her.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited.
I love it.
Looks like
Yeah.
we
I
have a
definitely gotta
set
check
week
that
for
out.
us, but
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
this has been a fun time. We'd love to have
It's
you
been a
back
fun time.
whenever. I know
I'll
the
be
fans are
back.
going to say the same.
Yeah. Thank you very
Shout
much for
out,
joining
comment,
us.
like, subscribe if you want me back.
Yes,
Put it
please.
in the
Hype
comments,
me up in the
guys.
comments if you want me to come
Hype them
back.
up. Hype up Hannah.
Yeah, very much so. As we always say, like, comment, let us know what you want to hear. Please tell us to bring Hannah back because we want Hannah back, as much as we can. But guys, thank you for listening to us. We talked Oscars, we talked, you know, little fun movies and games and everything. But yeah, Hannah, thank you very much for being here. We had a good
Thank you
time.
guys. Woo!
You know, it'd be kind of
Uh,
fun. Hannah, you want to sound us out?
Sound
ooh,
you out how? Wait, I'm scared. You're putting me on the spot.
So you're going to say, this is coaching the Mediaverse, and then you're going to name yourself, then you're going to point, and then one of us are going to overtalk each other and name ourselves, and then we're just going to end.
Okay.
yeah.
This has been Coasting the Mediaverse. I'm Hannah.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Brian. Catch you later, guys.